Get me back to Zoom. And we are. Hey, I want to welcome everybody to Power Hour 2.0. So super excited to have everybody here today. You know what? We have some great things happening with Power Hour. Again, super excited. Woohoo! Um, we have Renee Rand, who's going to tell us about our 800 winner.
Wow, so excited. It's Heather
Middleton.
Middleton. Yay!
Yay! She
Okay.
is number 800.
She's number 800, and we have this amazing self care
there?
package. Let's see this way. There we go. Self care package full of goodies. And so, Heather, we need you to private message me or direct message myself or call our 800 number. And so we have your address and your information so we can get your package out. What a nice holiday surprise. Isn't that cool?
Coming off of Happy Thanksgiving, and we hope that everybody had a happy Turkey Day. And hey, hello December. I think we're all ready, right?
We are
If
ready.
you have a Santa hat, come join us.
Join us.
Woo!
Yes, we're ready.
Power Hour. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free. Make sure you invite, share. You can scan this QR code from Power Hour and join our Facebook page because we're on our next mission to our next 900 winner.
Oh, maybe we'll go 850.
Oh, we could do
We'll
that.
do
We
another
could do that.
package at 850.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So share.
Yes,
Invite.
absolutely. We have Robert Ferguson join us tonight and this evening, this afternoon. If you're coming to us from the East Coast, it's 6 p.m. Out here, I'm actually out on the West Coast, so it's 3 p.m. So we're going to invite Mr. Robert Ferguson on,
Yay.
and he's going to talk to us about the most amazing thing about the balance oil. In addition, today kicks off AIDS Awareness Month. So we have individuals joining us all around the world. Again, put where you're coming in here from for our AIDS Awareness Month. We have individuals who are with AIDS,
Yes.
you know, and especially our women who are going through those issues of menopause, you know. Let's say a little bit about menopause before Mr. Robert comes on.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, with menopause, we're all dealing with so many different things, you know, whether you're perimenopause, menopause, or postmenopause. Menopause symptoms and things that we're going through are going to be a part of the rest of your life. So we have solutions to work with the symptoms and make life better, and, you know, lots of different choices that you can do. So rather than complain about it and worry about it, come join us and find out some of those solutions where we can make some really big changes in our lives to live a healthier, happier life and help as many people as we possibly can. And you know, the guys go through andropause, so it's not just women going through menopause. Which, why do they call it menopause?
I don't know.
And andropause. I don't get that. Anyway,
Why
but
do
we're going
they-
to have a lot of fun with it. We're going to have a lot of fun with that. And of course, we're always wanting to bring on some more information to fill out and make things a little bit more interesting and informative for everyone that checks out our podcast. And so if you want to call in and you'd like to, you would like to call in, call, what's our 800 number?
877-776-8935. We are going to bring on, you know what? Wait, how did they get the word gynecologist? It begins with G, guy.
I know. Well, that's the same with all these words. You know, why does that happen that way? I don't understand. We have to go back to some word origins. Menstruation.
Menopause, gynecologist. Oh boy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Goes to show you all the men, they're not but a bunch of headaches.
Well, we have solutions for that too.
Yes, we do. I know we can always talk about them, but
yeah, for
we're
sure.
going to bring on an amazing individual who's extremely knowledgeable. He is an NAACP award nominee. He is a chief with ICORA. He's a clinical nutritionist. He's a chief. I had a brain. Well, I'm sorry. Okay, he works with ICORA Nutrition. Oh, I messed that up. He's on the presidential board for obesity and health. He is also, I'm sorry, Robert, for messing that up. I know you'll confirm and clarify all that information as well. And he also sits on the board of Zinzino as an advisor. So you know what? Without further ado, Mr. Robert Ferguson.
Welcome, Robert.
Oh, hello, everybody, and good to be here. Thank you for the opportunity to share information that we believe can help people. And I know that a big part of our conversation today is to talk about HIV, AIDS, which I'm no expert in that space. I do know a good amount about it. And over my 30 years of being a clinical nutritionist, I have coached many people who were HIV positive. And I actually have coached quite a few people that living with AIDS. So I know that world. And one of the things that we talk about on a regular basis is inflammation. And so whether it's Hashimoto's, Graves' disease, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, insulin resistance, the list goes on and on and on to include HIV and AIDS, the common thread, and I'm sure this is no surprise to you guys, is inflammation. 100%. And so I look forward to the conversation. And here we are sharing this information on December 1st, 2025. And as we talk about on a regular basis, and as we did in a great way during the month of November, we really reached out there as far as our team, you guys, myself, and quite a few people that are part of our network have been getting the word out and helping people realize the importance of optimizing health by addressing inflammation.
Yeah.
So what you'll notice, every month we can have a different topic. Every week we can have a different topic of discussion as it pertains to health. And the common thread with everything is inflammation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like across the board, right? Like no matter what. So I'm not sure where you guys want to start. We can go wherever you want. We're raising the awareness about the topic of HIV and AIDS, and a lot of people don't realize this. And maybe you guys can correct me, or somebody can chat GPT it as we go along. But from what I am aware of, HIV is something that comes before AIDS. And right now in the United States, more people have HIV per capita than any time in history.
I that's true, Robert.
Mhm.
And doing the background that I had in the sexual wellness field, um, I was raised in Hollywood, California, and a lot of my friends were in the gay community. And when HIV and AIDS started way back when, I lost a lot of friends, with misinformation and things that were going on back there, and not um, the changes in help and assistance and medicine and different choices that they can make today to save their lives. On the other hand, my dear friend's niece had it for over 40 years, and she passed away recently, but she passed away from a heart attack.
Mm.
But she was HIV positive for over 40 years. Did get to the point where eventually it was non-detectable, but she was taking many, many meds. And we have other friends that have been taking many, many meds over their lifetime. And we're not talking about, a $10 copay. We're talking
Yeah.
about $25,000 a month
Thousands.
for their
Mhm.
medicine to be able to survive. So, it affects people in different ways in different communities. And if you've ever had someone in your life or in your family that was affected by it, then possibly, understanding a little bit more about it would be something that could really help. Because there's a lot of emotional challenges with it as well.
Yeah, I have a good friend of mine who has HIV and he's had it for 30 plus years now. And to just clarify, HIV came first, AIDS came after. The simple relationship, the HIV, which is the human immunodeficiency virus, is the virus. AIDS is the acquired immunodeficiency syndrome and is a condition that HIV can cause if untreated. So I can remember watching MTV in 1981, and I remember that coming about, and people started talking about it. And, a big thing for me was the lead singer from Queen,
Yeah.
and I was just, it was all out there. And I'll tell you what, knowing that one of my best friends who has HIV, I look at him and I see him and I can't believe how amazing he's doing. But he talks to me and tells me how his medication costs thousands of dollars. And I'm shocked. I really am. But you know what? He is on the balance oil. So
Oh, wow.
Well,
yes,
we can help people in lots of
yeah.
different ways in different situations. Another thing that I had done some research on, I found out that the largest age group
Hmm.
growing in HIV and
Oh,
AIDS.
can I guess? Can I guess?
Yes,
I'm gonna say assisted living age.
absolutely. Over 60 and over, assisted living.
Amen.
Now,
And,
how
'Cause,
would you know that?
do you really want to know?
well, I know. Well, my experience with it is that community, was raised in an age where birth control wasn't necessarily condoms, and if you got something, you took a shot at penicillin to get rid of it, and it wasn't something that's so dramatic as it is today and detrimental to your health.
Mm,
But I am crazy with those statistics about that, and in talking to women, in their situations, whether they're single or married or whatever their situation is, most people have no idea that they still need to be protecting
yeah,
themselves,
yeah,
which blows me away.
Okay,
I
so
don't know where
let's get to the nitty gritty of this. Okay,
yeah.
here's the nitty gritty and what I know to be true. What I know to be true is people who live in these assisted living facilities are getting their freak on.
Yeah, yeah. So
And
true.
I've been to quite a few of these facilities over the years. And I remember about 16, 17 years ago,
Yeah.
when I first learned about this, was based on all type of diseases that are contracted as a result of sexual
right,
contact.
sexual transmitted disease.
Yes. And I was like, what? It was
Mhm.
like, so it is what it is. And there's always that one guy. There's always that one guy walking around assisted living. And all the ladies are like, oh, he is the man. And they're like, I'm
Dirty
talking,
birds.
hey, 72, 6, 79, 84. I mean, it's going down, people.
Oh,
It is.
Lord.
It is.
And then
So
I learned the other group that's fastest growing, and I could be wrong, but this is what I've been told.
Right.
So you have the people over 60, and the second fastest growing group with HIV are people under 25.
Mm,
I believe that as well.
And the state, from what I'm aware of, based on the CDC, last time I looked was about a year and a half ago.
hmm.
Georgia,
Sorry.
Yeah.
Atlanta, Georgia. Hey, if you're gonna have unprotected sex, don't
Mhm.
do it in Atlanta, Georgia. So anyway,
Well, they're getting their freak on down in them senior assisted living down in Florida. I think they had that one big one that they would talk about.
oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
uh-huh. Well, here's okay. So here's some things I think would be very educational for everybody.
Right.
Is when HIV happens, it triggers like a chronic immune festivity, right? Called inflammation.
Yeah.
Right.
And when we had COVID, you heard a lot of people talking about cytokine storm,
Yeah.
Mhm.
where cytokines are very helpful at times because they're messengers and they play a huge role in when inflammation's turned on and when inflammation is turned off. And when you get HIV, your immune system, right, kicks into high gear and it floods your body with inflammatory cytokines.
Right.
And the goal is to stop the virus because it knows something's going on.
Right.
And so even with our gut health tests, I believe a lot of those people who may be HIV positive, if they're not calming their inflammation, there's a metabolite called kynurenine that will be elevated that with a gut health test is going to show up. Now, anyone who has HIV would benefit from calming inflammation. So I don't know how many people you guys know, aside from what you've already shared, but balance oil could be one of the major tools for those people who are HIV positive.
Right.
100%. Because once you're HIV positive and you talk to enough people, they're living with, because the switch doesn't turn off with the cytokines.
Right.
So they're living with low-grade chronic inflammation, what we talk about all the time. And because they're living with it, other ailments happen. Like a lot of times when people get HIV, they end up dying from something else.
Right.
That could be tied to the fact that they have been living with elevated levels of inflammation in their body.
Right.
So again, I mean, I wish you can't make this stuff up.
Nope.
Because you don't have an adequate amount of omega-3s in the body, and we know that based on getting a test, then why is it that most people with HIV have no clue about the importance of making sure they have an adequate amount of omega-3 in their cell membranes?
Because we have never educated people to that direction. I am so excited that we are taking that on to be able to help people with inflammation in every form and fashion. And like I said, Robert, when I watched you for the first time in July, you were my light bulb moment that said, oh my gosh, you've been doing all this time. And just having rigid cell membrane fluidity is the part that was missing. And so I'm so excited. I can't wait to get my second test. It should be back soon.
Okay, well, that's going to get good. And plus, we're going to have our gut test we're going to be able to talk to people about.
Right.
Yeah.
So then the second part, because we're talking about HIV, is when you get HIV, it damages your gut lining, right? Because we're talking inflammation.
Right.
And if it damages your gut lining, we're talking about this thing called leaky gut happening.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel so sad for the people who are HIV positive because they don't know the importance of optimizing immune health. And most people may be listening going, okay, what do you mean, Robert? Well, what I mean, 70% of your immune function takes place inside of your own gut, called the gut microbiome. And if 70% of your immune system is your gut health, I would be willing to bet if we brought on someone with HIV, they were never told this, and they just been popping pills and taking meds, never knowing the importance of optimizing their immunity by focusing on improving the health of their gut.
That makes sense.
Yep.
It makes total sense.
Mhm.
It's kind of like during the pandemic, Fauci would be on TV talking about, immune health and immunity. And that was like the big topic of discussion almost every day as we're sitting inside of the house. But yet not one time did he mention the word gut microbiome. How can you, think about this? How could you talk about immunity and your immune system and never mention the gut microbiome that makes up 70% of the immune system? Help me understand that, please.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't understand that either. I think conveying that information would have been a whole lot more effective if that had been covered, for sure.
And well, I'm gonna share this with you guys. I was privy during the pandemic to be in the office of a gastroenterologist, and the head of the gut microbiome department for the National Institute of Health called. And this doctor who I was with, who's a gastroenterologist, very respected. She looked at me, she said, because I was getting ready to leave. She goes, no, hold on, listen, I want you to hear this. So she put the doctor, the head of the gut microbiome for the National Institute of Health, on speaker. And I heard her have a conversation with the head of the gut microbiome for NIH. And the sad part, and the walk away for me that day, this person, I was like, I looked at her when she hung up. I said, I know more about the gut microbiome than he does.
Wow.
And he's the head of it for the NIH. And I heard the conversation. So people don't realize it, but you go to all of these people that you believe are looking out for your best interests when it comes to your health. And the reality is that they don't even know. And because you don't know, you're assuming they know because of their title and the clinic or institution that they're associated with. And so then people don't go and do their own research.
Right.
And I'm not saying that, everybody needs to be doing that either, because I think people get themselves in trouble thinking that they found the solutions. But it does help if you can have a little bit of discernment, right? A little bit of critical thinking, and just, excuse the pun, but listen to your gut.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
Amen.
So inflammation is really what we're talking about. And at the same time, polyphenols,
Right.
right? That I believe more and more people are going to be talking about, because omega-3s, which you can get from fish, or you can take a supplement. If you have really strong omega-3s, they're going to help repair your gut, which also means repair your immune system. The polyphenols are going to do the exact same thing. And one of the coolest things, and I'll be quiet and I'll answer any questions, but one of the coolest things about polyphenols, and I wrote an article on this and I published it on my website yesterday, is that polyphenols will fuel or activate your naturally occurring antioxidants. And your antioxidants in your body that naturally occur, like glutathione, which is the master antioxidant, it is largely responsible for getting rid of toxins like metals, aluminum, glyphosate, all the things that we don't want in our body. Your body will correct itself if you fuel your glutathione.
Right.
And most people aren't producing enough glutathione. And one of the reasons for that is that they're not getting enough polyphenols.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you could bring on any doctor who's informed, and they're not going to push back on what I'm saying, because if they know what glutathione is, if they know what polyphenols are and what polyphenols do, you cannot say no to this. You would be out of your mind. You're just ignorant. You just don't know. You don't want to know. Because the truth is, this gives you the omega-3s
Right.
that everybody needs. It gives you the polyphenols that protect these omega-3s. And then the polyphenols do a lot of the things that we're talking about today. If somebody got COVID or they got injected with the jab during the pandemic, or they're concerned with things being in their body and they hope that they can get rid of those things, well, you better be taking in some polyphenols. And if it's not through a supplement, you better be eating berries on a regular basis. You want to make sure you're consuming a good amount of olive oil. You want to be drinking some nice hot teas, having a cup of coffee every day, and even having a bite of chocolate, because they're all rich in polyphenols, to make sure that your body is getting rid of the things that are setting you up for nothing but health problems. Okay, done.
Love it.
You know what, Robert? I'm so glad that Cliff is here. You actually met him at my home. He was on my one Zoom that you were so gracious to do, and you like turned him into a balance oil believer. Um, and he's here with us. I asked him to get on here with us, and he is my best friend. He is so special to me, and he has been dealing with this for 30 plus years.
Mm.
So with that being said, I mean, Cliff, you want to say anything with taking your balance oil now and having to deal with HIV for 30 years? I know prescriptions are, through the roof. So if you can shed a little bit of light on that for us.
Okay, well, am I on?
Yes,
Yeah,
you
Because
are.
I can hear you.
okay, all right. How do I look?
It just shows your number.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I've been on the oil since October 4th was my first ingestion. So, I'm feeling pretty good other than not getting rid of this cold. But I feel pretty good. I can't wait to have my blood retested. So, and see what, because I was a 14 to 1 when initially. So, I'm looking for good stuff. So,
So
and
let me
a
so you said that so you've been HIV positive for 30 years?
1992, June of 1992, I was diagnosed and I was devastated. But
Wow.
yeah, it's just, you know, it's a hang now. So I'm doing the best that I can, doing what I want to do. I don't know what my life would have been had I not had this, because I feel like I do slow down from time to time. Veronica can tell you that. So sometimes I just don't have the oomph to do anything. So, but I'm carrying on. So I just turned 69 years old and looking for another 30. So I want those 7 years you promised.
All right. Like, so I'm trying to think of the moment when Magic Johnson went public with it.
Yeah.
Was that like either right before you end up being diagnosed or around the same time?
I want to say it was a little after. So maybe the
Okay.
mid 90s, maybe 95. I could be wrong, but so,
Yeah,
but
yeah, Magic, yeah, that was and that woke everybody up,
Yeah.
yeah.
right? And it didn't make it such a taboo thing, but in your experience, and I shared, I don't know how soon you came on, but I was sharing with the ladies that the role of omega-3s in calming inflammation and polyphenols in calming inflammation and helping to protect and strengthen the immune system, which is in your gut. Has any doctor ever shared that with you?
No, no. So
Okay.
if they did, I wasn't listening.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have friends who are HIV positive who are using balance oil as we speak, and I've had these conversations with them, and no one ever, they never even knew that a large part of your immune system is in your gut. Like,
Okay.
were you aware of that before hearing us have this conversation?
No, no, can't say that I was.
Now, wouldn't you agree that if we're talking about strengthening your immune system, somebody over the last 30 years should have? I mean,
I would think so. Yeah.
right. So
So
and this is where my critical thinking, if I was like someone listening into this conversation, I would be thinking, okay, Robert Ferguson, if that's true, then I think it's a medical injustice. So maybe it's not true, Robert. I think maybe you're exaggerating. Maybe the immune system is not a big part of your gut. Well, anyone who thinks like that, fortunately, we live in a world now where we have libraries on our computers and our phones. We can
hmm.
go Google, we can go to PubMed, we can chat GPT, we can go all these different things and find out if I'm lying. So I invite anybody to like look into it right now and ask the question, is 70% of my immune system, is it in my gut? And they're
Oh,
going
I
to
believe.
quickly, yeah. And sorry, they're going to quickly
No, no,
find
no,
out
no.
that it
I
is.
totally agree. That's your whole center. So
Amen.
that's where everything originates from. So I totally believe that.
Well, good. Well, I'm so happy that you're where you are, and like my dear friend who contracted HIV, I'm gonna say 91, 92. So I guess it's a little over 30 years.
Okay.
And her husband, he had a blood transfusion,
Well,
and he attracted HIV,
Uh,
and and then she got HIV,
mm,
and unfortunately, he didn't make it. It was like maybe 4 years he was around, and she's doing great today and managing it very well. And when I introduced her to the balance oil and the tests and inflammation, she was like, "You don't need to say another word, Robert. If it can help with inflammation, I'm on board."
Awesome.
So
good for her.
I'm glad you're on board, Cliff. And where do you live, by the way?
I'm in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, right around the corner from Miss Veronica.
All right, dun 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 dun.
Yep.
Dun, 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 dun,
dun, dun.
Du- Double trouble, baby.
well, it's so fun. I would be so irritating if I was around you guys in Philly because I would be like, everything would be a Rocky, yo, Adrian, like everything.
Um,
Let me run down on 9th Street too.
I mean, how fun. Have you guys all ran up the stairs?
Please, no.
oh no, we live here. We don't do that kind of shit.
Okay.
I actually worked, I was an active police officer when they were filming Rocky. And he was running through North Philly.
No way.
Yes, I was in, and the house that he lived in with Adrian and everything,
Yeah.
my sector where he lived, and we worked it while they were filming it. I have met Sylvester Stallone, and he has shown up on some FOP police functions and whatnot that we do every year. And yeah, so it was pretty fun, and him down on the piers, and just in and around the 25th district is where they did a lot of the filming as well.
All right. Well, my one of my business partners, he's from Philly.
Okay.
And you haven't met him yet. You guys will. His name is Brian. And
Okay.
I mean, he loves Philly. And so as a boxing guy, I know a lot about Philly. You got Larry Holmes, right? And then I'm a comedian wannabe, and you got Kevin Hart.
I
Oh
know.
boy.
And I think you got some Bill Cosby too, right?
Yep. Hello.
So what am I missing, Cliff? What are we missing?
We're missing you.
Okay, there you go. Well, that's going to happen. You know what? The last book I wrote was in 2011, and part of my book tour, I went to Philly, and I don't remember the name of this place, but I did like all your local media, and then it was a soul food restaurant that was very popular. I remember it had a downstairs and an upstairs. I don't know if it's coming to mind. A black woman owned it, and they celebrated me. I went there, and man, it was one of the best book signings ever because we ate great food, and people didn't even know me, and they were just lined up, and I ran out of books. I'll never forget it.
Was it on South Street by any chance?
Man, if you said the name, I would know. But I know it was very popular. I don't know if it's still open, but I've heard other people go there, and I believe what's the singer Patti LaBelle, right?
Yeah, Patti LaBelle.
Yeah, like it was a place that she would be at all the time also.
We also had Smoking Joe Frazier. His boxing
Oh yeah, that's right.
boxing gym was right up on my sector as well. And we used to always stop him because he would be drunk. and they would be very kind to get him home. I'm trying to think of any of the Patti LaBelle restaurants.
Yeah, Smoking Joe.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be her restaurant.
Right.
And then Will Smith is from there too, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, you guys like Philly is the place.
Yeah.
It is.
All right, so
we're there
Also,
too.
oh gosh, He played in the Wedding Crashers. Oh God, what's his name? Well, uh, he's from Doylestown, which
And now
is
you guys are taking your balance oil, right?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course we are.
I mean, you
Oh, we
can't
will
be on
say.
here talking about
Oh, and
balance oil
Wilson.
and start forgetting stuff.
No, no,
Oh,
no.
oh,
It'll come to me. It'll come to me.
After we get off the show.
Yeah, yeah,
All right.
yeah.
All right. So here's the question I have, and I'm sure many people who don't get to live in Philly will have this question. So I'm going to start with Cliff, and then I want to hear it from you, also there, Veronica. And that is, please describe what makes for a real legit Philly cheese steak sandwich.
Well, it's not the
Cheese.
Velveeta.
no. It's American cheese. It's fried onions, hot peppers for me.
Yeah.
Okay, now
See, I like.
what about the bread? Is it a hoagie? Like what is that
Uh,
thing?
it's got to be a roll, an Amoroso's roll.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
All right.
I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, really. So Philly cheesesteak definitely has to be an Italian roll. It's all about the roll.
Yep.
See, I like provolone cheese on mine or mozzarella. My steak has to be chop, 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 chop.
Yep.
Chopped very fine, well done. Fried onions, mushrooms. Oh my God, we used to get a good cheesesteak at Gaetano's, but they're not around anymore.
Yeah.
Forget
Mm.
Pat's Steaks and Geno's. They're not good.
So where do you go? Like, can you go down to the like on the streets? Do they have somebody like cooking them like in a little cart?
No,
No.
there's quite a few areas where you
Yeah.
can get a great cheesesteak. When you come out, we'll get you a good cheesesteak.
Yes, we will.
Absolutely.
All right.
Um,
Well, I'm looking forward to meeting you, Cliff.
Okay. Me too.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on, man.
Oh, you're very welcome.
We got a question for you too. As soon as Cliff's done, you done, Cliff? You're gonna stay here with us, right? Till we're
Well, I'm
done.
going to stay for a little while, but you're making me hungry, so I need to eat.
Oh my gosh.
We're supposed to get some snow tomorrow, Ronnie.
I heard that. I heard
Yeah.
Tonight.
So
I can't get out of the house tomorrow. He's got to eat tonight.
yeah. Huh. Well, I'll think of something.
Miss you, Cliffy. Miss
I
you.
miss you too, sweetie. How are you feeling?
Awesome and amazing.
I thought so. All right, Lee.
You're not hanging up yet, so just hold your pants up.
Oh, she's so bossy. So
Question
bossy.
is, by taking the balance oil, will that take away the need to do body cleanses? The oil will cleanse our bodies of toxins instead.
Oh man, this keeps coming up. So I created a product about almost 30 years ago when I first got into being a nutritionist called the Detox Drop. So you've never heard me say this, I don't think.
No.
But all of my coaches and people who have known me over the years, it was like one of my flagship products. And when I did my first infomercial, we made that like a giveaway. So I called it the 6-day detox drop.
Yeah.
And the detox drop was designed to help people detox. Now, either tomorrow or the next day, I'm bringing it back live in my business.
Wow.
And
Okay.
because it's gone through a few different variations, and I'm going back to the original detox drop. So, number one, when it comes to detox, the first thing you do is like sobriety. You remove yourself from a toxic situation.
Mm,
The body will naturally work hard to go back into homeostasis
Right.
if you give it the chance, right? So that's number one. And then you ask yourself, okay, well, if I were to clean myself, right, I could get in the bathtub. So I remove myself from everywhere else. I get into the bathtub and I use tools like water and soap to help expedite the cleansing of myself.
Okay.
So if people think of detoxing as, okay, number one, stop eating and the shit that you're eating that's probably not good for you. Then number two, what could you add to your body that could help speed up the process? Well, I would definitely, like if you went back 26 years ago, I would say, you know what? I would add this to my detox program.
right.
Like 100%. Because the polyphenols and the omega-3s, I mean, what a great combination. but the
Right.
polyphenols are going to stimulate your natural detox opportunity.
Interesting.
So that would be number one. Number two, and for those who are listening, pay close attention. I would go buy a product called liquid chlorophyll.
Liquid chlorophyll. Okay.
And liquid chlorophyll is very messy. If it gets on your counters, it's going to stain. But a real good liquid chlorophyll is going to help with like liver
Oh,
and detoxification.
oh, interesting.
So chlorophyll is what gives like collard greens the color green,
Colors.
Right, right.
Yeah.
right? And then I would use aloe vera juice,
Okay.
which is also known and has very strong properties. And then you just got to make sure you get two really good sources of that. And then you would eat pretty bland. So I would give people a nutrition plan to follow. And you want to go about 6 days.
Hmm.
And you want to do it seasonally. And then people, if they do it seasonally, it'll break all the negative habits that you have for the moment. It'll reboot your system because you go on a structured plan.
Mm-hmm.
And it will give you a chance to eliminate those things you don't want in your body.
Interesting.
And if you did it, I used to teach people do it as the season changes. So that means 4 times a year would be ideal. So every 3 months, do the 6-day detox drop.
Interesting.
I want to know more about that.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
very
you're going to see me talking about it.
all
All right. Great.
Amen. Amen.
Um,
And when we get into like January and February, we're going to do some cool things. And I was sharing this with Veronica Renee, that we're going to like, I do an annual 8-week fat loss challenge.
Okay.
And
Great.
I always do it the last week of January.
no, okay.
And what we're going to do is if people are customers of the balance oil,
Mm-hmm.
we're going to give them free access to the challenge.
Awesome.
Nice.
So all they have to do is prove that they're an active customer.
All
Right.
right.
So if they become a customer, then they get free access to the challenge.
Awesome. Love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So we're going to do things like that. And as I relaunch the detox drop, I have access to some really good products. So recommendations for the detox drop will be balance oil, and I would recommend Xenobiotic.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Hey, the Patty LaBelle, her kitchen, was that it? The restaurant?
Now was that her restaurant, Patty LaBelle?
No, she would frequent that place, her kitchen.
I gotta, man, and okay, it was that place, and I'll get back to you on exactly
All
the
right.
place.
Okay.
But
and
there was also a grocery store that was big in the urban communities. What are some popular grocery store chains in Philly?
Acme,
Okay,
Giant, Aldi.
Save-On, not Save-On.
Well, Save-On is Acme,
Is
or
Acme.
Albertsons.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe it was them. There was a guy. His name was I can't remember his first name, but Mr. Brown.
Oh, that tells us that's like Mr. Smith.
Well, I think if we typed in like Mr. Brown grocery stores, he owned like 20 something of them.
Okay.
And he was so nice. And there was a big mistake that I made from a business standpoint, because he was like, you let me know what you need. Let's get people healthier. And I
Right.
hadn't even thought about it until right now.
Wow.
And so if he's still alive, I know he was really big in politics. I think he put up a ton of money for Barack Obama, I believe.
Okay.
So somehow I'm going to find out who this guy is. And if he's still alive, I'm definitely reaching out to him. And I'm saying, look, I'm coming to Philly. We want to come to all your stores, and we want to like do some things to help people and get them informed and get people healthier.
No, Mr. Brown is affiliated with ShopRite. That's another
ShopRite
one.
is the name of it.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go. Good job. Yeah,
Yeah.
ShopRite.
Yeah. High five.
Okay, so if Mr. Brown is if he's still living, I hope he is. He was a big supporter of what I was trying to do in 2011.
Okay. Oh, I have to
Awesome.
reach out to him.
Yeah, so
And the other actor was Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper.
oh
I
yeah,
see-
Bradley
I
Cooper.
seen it, but I couldn't. Oh my God, it just wouldn't come out.
Oh, great actor, man. Great
Yeah.
actor. Yeah,
Oh, too funny.
yeah, I love Bradley Cooper, man. He's an amazing actor and cool. I met him one time. Cool guy, humble. Yeah.
and from Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Doylestown.
Well, you know, my favorite football team growing up was the Steelers. I know you guys don't really care about
Oh,
that,
please.
but I was a Terry Bradshaw, Lynn Swan
Oh,
kind of guy.
gosh.
But then, you know,
Next subject.
in 1985, I became a Bears fan.
They kicked our butts the other day.
Hey, so I haven't watched football. I watched the Super Bowl once a year, and that's it.
Well, they mauled the Eagles the other day, so that was not a good game.
Wait a minute, I did party with you guys. Is it McNabb?
Yeah, Donovan McNabb.
Yeah. So one night I was out in Philly doing a seminar,
Right.
and they invited me to this party, and the guy who was a trainer there, James Mack. We gotta track James down.
Okay.
So James was training McNabb, and I
Yeah.
hadn't even thought about James. And I go to the party, and it's me, McNabb, a few other people, you know, and I didn't even watch football, but I'm with this guy. We're hanging out, had a great time that night. McNabb was a very nice guy, I can tell you that. And I just didn't know who he was. You know, he just
I'll
looked.
send you my Donovan McNabb Eagles jersey if you want it.
Okay, well, I mean, I still don't know exactly who he
He was a
is.
quarterback. He was a quarterback for the Eagles.
Well, I know he was a big deal because
Yeah.
people kept coming over wanting to get a picture with him and get autographs. And you know, it's nice to hear someone who's a celebrity like that that's actually a nice human
Nice
being.
person.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
You
he
know.
was a very, very nice guy, and I really didn't know who he was, and he was just very nice. So kudos to McNabb, wherever you are.
Yeah. Now it hurts now.
Yeah. So, Robert, we want to thank you today for all of your input and insight on what we're doing. We just appreciate you so very much and for all your support this past weekend as we were pushing for the month end. And just, you know, all the information that we love to share with people so that we all get on a better, healthier path. You know, all live longer, stay happy, be well, and just remember what we focus on expands. So let's focus on the good stuff. And we'll be here next week.
Yes, we
We
will.
will.
Same place, same time next week.
Thank you,
Hey,
everybody.
thank you.
Thank you.
You're the best, all of you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. And
Thank you.
Have a wonderful afternoon, evening.
Yep.
Welcome
Okay.
to December.
Okay.
Yeah, happy
Bye.
December.
Bye-bye.
Kisses. Bye, Robert. Thank
Hey,
you.
nice to meet you, Cliff.
Thank you. You too.